This is federal legislation that is soon going to the Senate, and it bans so-called conversion therapy. Now, on its face, when people think of that as, therapy to have somebody change their sexual orientation, a lot of people would say, well, yeah, that kind of therapy should be banned. Although a lot of people would also say, well, that's a matter of personal choice, what you want to do with your own sexuality. So there'd be, attitudes of respect and disrespect there. But the federal legislation actually goes much broader, much deeper, much further, and it makes it illegal for parents to choose appropriate therapy for their own gender-confused children. We know that with the cautious waiting approach, that the vast majority, we're talking 80%, 90% of children who at one point feel uncomfortable with their birth gender. So, a girl who feels like, she's a boy trapped inside a girl's body or vice versa. If these children are encouraged and supported and allowed to go through puberty, in 80, 90% of the cases, they accept and embrace and are happy with their birth gender. What we've got now in Canada and around the world are radical activists that want to get 10-year-olds and 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds onto puberty blockers as early as possible, which creates irreversible effects. If you're on puberty blockers, you do not go through puberty. And then if you get off of puberty blockers at the age of 17 or 18, if you stop taking them, you don't get a second chance at going through puberty. If there's parents who want to help their children to embrace their own gender identity, that's illegal. So they're very broad and far-reaching. And whenever you get into the substance, this gets back to the poll, whenever you get into the substance of what these laws are about, and it's the same, very similar laws being passed in, Saskatoon and Calgary and Edmonton and all over the place. You have municipalities doing the virtue signaling and, passing bans on conversion therapy. And when you talk to people about the substance of these laws, what they actually prohibit, you find the overwhelming majority of people are opposed to the content.